Off-road racing is a great way to get an adrenaline rush, test your driving skills, and challenge the most difficult tracks. But what if the lack of a car or banal laziness prevent you from taking part in real races? The solution to the problem is obvious: to play off-road racing and defeat virtual rivals. Series Dirt. Slightly lower in our selection, Dirt. Showdown is an offshoot of Dirt's main rally racing series. As you know, rally races take place mainly on tracks without asphalt, so you will have to drive off-road in most modes. The Dirt series, previously, by the way, it was named after the racer Colin McRae, who died in 2007, contains games for every taste, more serious and sometimes even hardcore Colin McRae, Dirt and Dirt Rally, as well as casual-oriented Dirt 2, 3, 4, and 5. So here you can have fun and challenge your driving skills. MudRunner. One of the best off-road driving simulators, Spin Tire's MudRunner offers to conquer extreme tracks behind the wheel of SUVs and trucks, the appearance of which is well recognized by domestic cars, Zales, Krez, MAZs, and so on. Among the indisputable advantages of the game, it is worth noting excellent graphics, an extensive fleet of vehicles, a large number of missions, spacious locations, as well as the most reliable simulation of the behavior of dirt in video games. In addition, gamers will undoubtedly be pleased with the presence of a cooperative. In 2020, the release of the ideological successor of MudRunner, the SnowRunner game from the same Saber Interactive. And this is a complex, large-scale, and very high-quality off-road game with a unique atmosphere and exciting challenges. Dirt. Showdown. Crazy survival race characterized by a complete lack of rules. What methods to achieve victory? Only you decide. You can drive carefully and try to honestly overtake all rivals, or you can push and crash, try to gouge all opponents, and remain the only participant in the race. Dirt Showdown features an extensive selection of vehicles, as well as an impressive roster of modes that range from familiar races to arena battles, obstacle courses, and stunt competitions. Series Flatout, a franchise that is probably familiar to every fan of racing games. Many people probably downloaded the Flatout games not for the sake of races, although they are very good, but for entertainment in additional modes that allow you to arrange spectacular accidents and launch the poor driver through the windshield so that he knocks down giant skittles or hits the bullseye with his body huge darts. As for off-road racing, they require maximum concentration and attentiveness here. Rivals do not miss the opportunity to push the player's car into a ditch, and frequent accidents can lead to premature elimination from the competition. The Crew 2, a fast-paced MMO racing game that takes players across the entire United States. Not on a one-to-one scale, of course, but rather vast. The game features a rather fascinating, albeit banal plot, an impressive list of cars, motorcycles, boats, and aircraft with the ability to fine-tune and customize them, as well as a huge number of competitive races, including the usual races on the tracks and crazy chases over rough terrain. Fuel, a game in a post-apocalyptic setting that tells the story of a world that has been subjected to powerful natural disasters and climate change. Society, in the conditions of the collapse of civilization and an acute fuel crisis, for some reason arranges races in jeeps, motorcycles, trucks, and other modes of transport. Do not look for logic here. Fuel is known for being included in the 2009 Guinness Book of Records for the largest open locations in the gaming industry. The size of the world is really impressive, but other than that, the game cannot boast of anything else. The career is boring, the physics are not finalized, and navigation along the tracks often fails. Series WRC, a line of rally simulators licensed from the World Rally Championship. Contains official tracks, cars, teams, and pilots of the WRC, as well as moderately realistic gameplay, beautiful graphics, and reliable physics. At the same time, the WRC games are not worth downloading for hardcore fans. They are designed to introduce casual gamers to the world of rally, so they do not require special driving skills. Pure. Quad bike racing with a lot of emphasis on performing spectacular stunts. Some race modes literally force you to make beautiful jumps and somersaults in order to constantly replenish the ATV's fuel supply. In Pure, players have access to single-player career and multiplayer competition modes. To achieve the highest skill in this project, you need to spend more than 1 hour mastering all the tricks, from simple to the most complex. Gravel. An arcade racing game with beautiful graphics, thanks to Unreal Engine 4, licensed cars, scenic tracks, and an impressive selection of single and multiplayer modes. The player's career in gravel is built around a TV show, so in order to be successful, you need to drive not only fast, but also beautifully, earning audience sympathy in the races. Series MX vs. ATV. Games in which gamers are invited to conquer the tracks behind the wheel of motorcycles and ATVs, buggies, monster trucks, and other classes of vehicles. As expected, the developers have prepared a lot of tracks, an extensive fleet of vehicles, a number of single and online modes, in general, everything you need for fun. Wreckfest. Race for Survival from the Bugbear Studio, which released the first parts of the Flatout series. Actually, Wreckfest, formerly Next Car Game, is a modernized Flatout, with a more detailed car damage model and beautiful graphics. Here, players are waiting for spectacular and brutal races on asphalt and off-road, during which not everyone will reach the finish line, and the cars of those who still get to the final line will be more like crumpled tins on wheels than sports cars. Series MXGP. Series of racing games licensed from the Motocross World Championship. It gives you the opportunity to mix the mud behind the wheel of a roaring bike, pushing with rivals on the official routes of the championship. The developers of MXGP have prepared several modes for gamers, including the career mode and multiplayer competitions, an impressive selection of motorcycles with tuning and customization, and also implemented a very reliable dirt simulation, thanks to which the series enters our top. Nailed. Extreme racing on motorcycles and ATVs from the Poles from Techland. The game features a good soundtrack, the ability to perform various tricks while jumping, a good tuning system, as well as a variety of locations that will take gamers to the mountain slopes of all continents. But most of all, Nailed is remembered for the feeling of height. Here, the races take place at really extreme high altitudes, so the players are literally waiting for flights among the clouds. Insane. A racing dilogy developed by 2 different studios. The first part is the responsibility of the Hungarian Invictus Games. The second was the Russian Tartum Games, which you may know from Ex Machina and Crossout. Insane is an off-road arcade racing game featuring cars of the respective classes, jeeps, trucks, pickups, buggies, and so on. In the presence of a dozen modes, including multiplayer, relatively honest physics and damage system, as well as little effect on the customization system of cars. V-Rally 4, a racing game dedicated, as its name suggests, to rally racing. Here you will find a variety of modes, including, of course, off-road racing, rally, rallycross, buggy rides, and so on. V-Rally 4 boasts a licensed fleet, a large number of tracks scattered around the world, serious AI rivals, and relatively realistic physics with pleasant controls. Compared to its competitors, this game will probably be better than some parts of Dirt, and this is already a very good achievement. To be continued. If your favorite game is not included in this list, write in the comments. Thanks for watching. Join this channel to get access to perks. Subscribe, watch our other videos, press thumbs up, turn on notifications, and you will always be aware of what to play today.